Hey everybody, this is Prashant Solomon. Welcome to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. We hear that we are spiritual beings having a human experience. And that is something that I have believed for a long time. And it's a quote by Pierre Teilhard de Chardin that has really helped me in navigating this physical world. The full quote, of course, for those of you who are not familiar with it, is that we are not human beings having a spiritual experience, but we're spiritual beings having a human experience. And that is really true. And when you let that sink in, it changes the perspective of how you look at this world. So, in today's video, we're going to talk about dreams. Why dreams? Well, we talk about that we're spiritual beings having a human experience. So, since we're having a human experience, we're familiar with the physical world. We feel that we are a solid mass, which we call a body, and that we live in a physical world. We interact with other physical people, physical things, and we use physical objects like this chair, this camera, this phone, the cars, and everything else. Well, do we actually have something that reminds us that our true nature is actually spiritual? It's actually the soul or energy, and it is actually not physical. Well, yes, we do. We don't have to wait for a near death experience or an out of body experience to be reminded of our spiritual nature or our energetic nature. We have a thing that happens to us every night, and they're called dreams. So when we dream at night, during the process of that dream, while we're dreaming, we're actually not living in a physical world of that in the dream, even though our bodies are in bed, which is physical, but our minds, our consciousness at that moment while we're dreaming is actually traveling out of the body and experiencing different levels of reality. Now, during the process that we are dreaming, we really don't know the difference. We actually think that that is reality. And for all practical purposes, that is a real world, just like this one. You could be sitting, you could be driving, you could be doing whatever, but yet that is actually not happening from the physical point of view. So it's happening at an energetic point of view. So that's a daily reminder that, we are actually spiritual beings that are having a human experience. And that's very, very, very important for our souls to remember that, for our true selves to remember that, because life in this physical plane is difficult. It's designed like that. The reason that our souls come here is to experience the difficulties, the hardships of life, and of course the pleasures, the happiness, the good things in life as well. But part of the human experience is about suffering difficulties, hardships. It's not always about just smooth sailing or as they say, like it's not a walk in the park all the time. And it's one of the reasons that we also dream is because our souls need a break from this, from this experience we're having. That's why sleeping not only refreshes the physical body, but it also refreshes our souls because our souls travel back to the spiritual realm briefly and get re-energized and in the process are experiencing things. So sometimes people have what are known as lucid dreams where they actually realize that they're dreaming and then they start taking control of the dreams. It's happened to me many times where I've suddenly realized in the middle of the dream that I'm actually dreaming, and then I start doing things that I enjoy, like flying, for example. you know so yeah, these are reminders that are built in because ultimately after we leave this physical world and go back to our spiritual home, that experience is very similar to the dreamland or the dream world. However, it is more realistic. So when I say it's similar, I'm talking about sort of like the physicality, in the sense it's not a physical world like this one. It's an energy world. But at that time, since we are no longer in our physical body, it seems like a physical world, in the sense that just like we feel comfortable and familiar with this world, our souls are comfortable with that world. And it also, like in dreams, you suddenly change. You can be in one place and then suddenly you're somewhere else. You're with some set of people and suddenly you're somewhere else. So those are sort of like trailers. I think dreams are sort of like a trailer of what happens in the afterlife. And it's like, it just sort of, you realize that things happen mentally over there. Like even communication, you communicate telepathically, you can travel wherever you want without any vehicle. But yet, if you want to have the experience of being in a vehicle, you can do that as well. So I'm making this video today because we keep talking about that we're spiritual beings having a human experience, but sometimes it can be confusing when we're so used to being in this physical reality all the time in these bodies that you sort of forget. But I'm here to remind you that we actually are reminded of that every night when we dream. So, I wish you all have pleasant dreams, and whatever you're going through in life, if it's a loss of a loved one, or if it's some other problem that you're facing in a relationship or a health problem or a financial problem, please remember that this world is temporary. We're here not for very long in this incarnation, and we're here to experience everything, including the hardships. And remember that, no matter what you're going through, there's always hope. There's always, life is full of ups and downs. If there's a bad period happening in your life, please know that this too shall pass. And I hope that you I hope that this video helps you. Please consider subscribing, liking, and sharing this video, um, and hopefully that will help the channel to grow. Have a great day, and bye bye.